Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we won our second Stanley Cup in 3 seasons, and now we are in a really bad off-season situation. So, I was looking at the contracts that we have to get back this year, and there is some huge names. So, basically, we have to get back, like, Andrew Urkamps, and he doesn't actually want an extension, but he wants, like, $13 million. Then Bear Schultz wants $12 million, and he does not want an extension as well. So those two guys are going to want like a total of maybe $28 million. And then you also got a couple defensemen like Mayorov, Ruchin. You got a third liner in Lawson who needs a contract, all that sort of stuff. And then next season, we have a lot of other guys that need contracts like Fitzgerald, Kaprizov, even Corson. So we are going to have to make some big changes to this team during this offseason and move out pieces that we don't really want to move out. So we're going to start this video off with a trade if it goes through. I didn't want to do this, but Jeff from J. Brown Sabres fan, he suggested that I do this trade or get rid of Corson, our goaltender, and I think that's the best move we could do. Because he's got 2 years left at $13 million. He's not been really worth the $13 million. He might be worth like $10 million or $8 or $9 million at most. But he's 31 years of age, so we're going to get rid of Corson here in the offseason if we can. And we're going to flip him to the New Jersey Devils. Now, the Devils don't actually want him. But they do not have a really good starting goaltender. Their goaltender that's a starter is 85, 23 years of age. That's the guy we're going to take back. He's only making 3.37 as well for 2 years. This is a pretty good goaltender. So we're going to take back Helmus. And as you can see, the trade value is way in our favor still. So we're also going to take back some draft picks. They have 2 firsts, so we're going to take back both those firsts. And we're also going to try and throw in a third. If that goes through, then that would be awesome. If not, we might just get rid of the third and make it like a 7th if we can. So, I don't really want to do this, but Corson, you are making way too much money. I know you just came off a Conn Smythe Stanley Cup win as well. 2-time Stanley Cup champion with us. We're going to trade you to the Devils in exchange for Helmus. Like I said, this is Helmus' stats. Pretty good looking goaltender, 85 for a starter. Maybe he'll be like an 87, 88 for next season, and he's not making that much money either. So he should be a pretty cheap goaltender for the most part. So will this go through? Rejected. Maybe we will just, we could try a 7th. If it doesn't work with the 7th, maybe we'll just take the 2 firsts. Let's see that. And, that could go through, and it's still rejected. Let's just try the 2 firsts. Rejected still. Okay, we'll take the first from the Leafs since I think it has more trade value. And then we'll also take a 2nd, and that's it. So, that's still really in. We could still get more back from that. Maybe we'll throw in the 3rd, 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd. There you go. So that was a big trade. I know we did trade it in their favor a bit more, but we got a new goaltender and we got rid of Corson. And surprisingly, nobody's lost morale. I thought everybody would lose morale because Corson was the all-time leader in wins, losses, all that sort of stuff with Minnesota. He had 6 outs with us as well. Best of luck to you in New Jersey. Okay, so now that he's traded, now we will go into the draft. We saved $13 million that way, and hopefully we could get people back like Urkamps, because I want Urkamps back for sure, because Urkamps was nearly a point per game with us during the regular season, and now people are losing morale because of Corson, because we traded them a weird way. 2 people, 3 people. How much people are going to lose morale? A lot of players. Yeah, I figured because Corson was like a big piece of this team since the 2023-24 season, I think. Okay, so New Jersey's got the first overall pick. We pick at what spot? We have 2 first-round picks now, 22 and 31. Okay, let's sim to user pick and see what we could get at number 22. Actually, I just realized that number 22, I could have a chance to getting a good goaltender. We're getting offered a top 4 defenseman. I don't really want to trade for a player right now because I have too much cap problems already. Taking on a guy with $7 million on cap is not fun, so I'm not going to do that. Because we're trying to keep our cap space like to a minimum. Okay, so the goaltender went before the medium elite goalie. That's the guy I was wanting to get, I think. Yeah, I think that's the guy I wanted, damn it. He's using exact elite goaltender. He went just a bit before our pick. Those are the rest of the guys. I don't know who's going to go first. Or who went first. Carson, number 5. Hordachuk, number 4. Lamb, number 3. Lukowicz, number 2. And Hilbert goes first. Okay. So with our 22nd pick, this is the one we got from the Leafs, technically, because it was the Leafs pick. There's a goaltender, first/second round, medium fringe starter, Nicholas Vikland. It might not be that bad to take a goaltender, considering now, yeah, we need goalie prospects. There's also Korostin, low fringe starter, 19. And this guy could end up being pretty good out of the draft, considering he's already 19. Do we go with the Russian or do we go with the Swede? There's another goaltender early in this, another one, Scatcherd. 17, low fringe starter, 6'4", 208. I don't know if we want to go with a young one or a older one. I think we're going to go with this older guy, Pavel Korostin. We're going to give this guy a chance. Maybe he'll be NHL ready soon. And he is a medium fringe starter, 64 overall. So it's not a great pick. We still do have one more pick, though, so we could still get potentially another goaltender here in this first round. Moses, Sergeyev. Vikland won, and I think he was better than our goaltender. Medium fringe starter as well. No, he wasn't. Okay. So Korostin was the better of the two, but Vikland was younger. So technically they could have got the better pick. Damn, we missed out on a medium elite defenseman. Oh, well, we already have a lot of good defensive prospects, and the other goaltender's a medium starter. Oh. Yeah, we made the wrong choice, I think. Nurmi. Oh, yeah, I wanted to move out Hedstrom to save up more cap space as well. I forgot about that. This might not be that bad. Bottom 6 guy. 78, though, at depth forward. I don't like that he has 2 years left. You know, I should still trade away Hedstrom since they want Hedstrom. I could take Hedstrom and then we'll flip him for a draft pick. Because Hedstrom's making $2 million and I would rather get back somebody else. Let's take back a 4th and a 5th. That should go through, I'd assume. Maybe. Yep, there you go. Okay, so we got 2 more picks even added, but we got rid of Hedstrom. Hedstrom was like a depth guy for us for most of the last season, so it's fine to get rid of him. Peter Hurivik, left wing power forward, right winger. The Hurivik guy seems pretty good. Unknown. You know what, let's go with him. We need size. How big was he actually, to be honest? 6 feet, 190. Not the biggest, but we'll go with him anyways. So how good was he? Hopefully he was an elite player. Medium top 9, 55. Okay, that's not horrible. Okay, second round now. This is our pick from the Devils. We're just going to do a couple of these picks, I think. We might just auto-sim the rest because we've had good luck with that. Center unknown, 2-way forward. Yanni Natnan, he's already 20. And let's take a chance on him. He's already 20, I know, but let's take a chance. 68, medium top 6. That's pretty solid. Could play in the HL this year. And yeah, you know what? Let's sim the rest of the draft because I want to get onto the re-sign stage because it's going to be a bit of a doozy. Okay, so the computer drafted us Zuzan, Hamhuis, Fistrick, Sepanen, Bolton, Jaskin, Engfist, and Kane. So we got a lot more prospects into the organization. Hopefully there's some pretty solid ones in there. Hopefully some steals in the 3rd round like the computer usually gets us. But this re-sign stage is going to be a bit of a bitch because there's so much people that have to get re-signed this year and next year. Like, at least we don't have to re-sign Corson next year now. Hopefully the goaltender we traded for turns out to be pretty solid. Okay, so let's just show you guys what contracts are up for renewal. So as you can see, we've got Urkamps. He does not want an extension. Schultz, he does not want an extension as well. Then we got to get Mayorov and Ruchin back. I think both those guys need contracts for sure. Bure, I'm not going to get back. He does not want an extension. Lawson, I'm going to try and get back. Hodges, I might get rid of as well because he wants like $7 million. We have $72 million in cap space, so hopefully we could get most everybody back. Tillett, I'm going to definitely get back. Dumba might be going this year because he wants like, I think, $5 million. Yeah, he wants a lot of money in a lot of years. I don't really want to do that for him. So those are all the guys we got to get back. Now let's go to the unsigned guys. See our prospects. So Sapanin, wow, 73 top 9. That was a good pick by the computer in the 4th round. I know he's a top 9 forward, but still 73 is really good out of the draft. So he's definitely going to be playing in the AHL. Same with Natanen, I think, because he's a 68. Jaskin, Kane was also from this draft, low top 9. Okay, not too bad. Any steals here? Any elites? High 7th D, Ham Hughes. Okay, I'd take a high 7th D. It's not bad. Some decent picks, nothing spectacular. Any goaltenders? Oh wait, did we draft a goal? Yeah, we did. He could play in the AHL technically this year as well, this guy. Okay, so anyways, guys, I'm going to re-sign everybody that I can, and hopefully not wreck up these contracts because we have to make some good moves with these contracts. We don't want to sign anybody too long-term. So I'm going to get this done, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, guys, so I got pretty much everybody back. Well, I did get mostly everybody back. I released a couple players like Baran. I can't remember who else exactly, but I got everybody back. Most of the players are on 3-year deals, so if they're not, like, if they're dropping off in 2 years, maybe I trade them. So Urkamps is making a shit ton of money. He's probably one of these guys that we move out like here in 32, 33. Or in the last year of his deal to a playoff-bound team, if we're not a playoff team, because 16.4 is a lot. But we do have Bear Schultz lined up for the rest of his career pretty much till he's 33. He's making a lot of money. I'm hoping that he's worth that money. If he's not good by like here, maybe we move him. But yeah, so that's that. Also, Ruchin's, like I said, signed on the same deal as Mayorov, 3 years, probably till he retires around. Some other guys on just like really small deals. We only have now 5.3 in cap space, so I don't know if we're going to get any free agents, but we'll see if we could find somebody maybe. So I'm glad I got everybody back, but next year is going to be a pain in the ass as well because there's big contracts, like I said, Kaprizov, who else do we have to get back? Fitzgerald, Philip Haas as well. So I'm going to probably have to trade like some of these cap space away during the off season next year as well. So okay, let's see what we could get in free agency if we need anything. Holy crap, Dean Jenkins is available. That's the guy that was with the Islanders that we faced in the Stanley Cup Finals. They let him walk. Yeah, that'd be nice if we could have picked him up, but we don't have the cap space, not even close. Let's see, affordable. We could get some third liners. Let's just check what we need first, because I don't know if we really need anything in free agency, as I don't think we really released that much. We're listed as a contender now that we got rid of Corson, which is kind of weird. I don't know how this goaltender that we have simulates. Like, I think it said that he was playing pretty good hockey to start off his career, so I'm hoping the goaltender is actually really good that we traded for, and hopefully we don't have to face like the Devils in the Stanley Cup Finals or something. So Helmuth is our starter this year. McQuaid's our backup, so we don't need goaltenders. Defensively, we are fine. Yep, we're definitely fine for defense. We might need another right winger. Yeah, we could use another right winger for sure. Yeah, I think we just need pretty much some wingers like normal. So let's just see if we can find like maybe a bottom 6 winger or something like that for our team that's doesn't want much, like maybe less than 3 or 4 million. And then that's all we'll do for this off season. So let's see, Booze, Alexi. I know I can't afford those guys. Timo Meyer, 2 years though, no thank you. Elias Lindholm wants 1 year. Fakal, oh, this guy fights a lot. Huh. I don't know if I want a good fighter on the team because Bruce Ruchin always gets in a lot of fights already. Like, I know I've seen this guy, like, he gets into a lot of fights. Let's see. Does it say fights in here? No, it doesn't. But I know this guy gets into a lot of fights. Like, he's usually up there in penalty minutes. But I don't know if I want him. He might not be that bad, but we need more right wingers, I think. Nicholas Gustafsson, third line checking for 28 years of age. That's not bad. We'll give you 1 year, though. Yeah, we'll give you 1 year at $3 million. Then we're going to only have $2 million in cap. We don't want to use too much cap. Yeah, let's just get that guy. And I think that's all we're going to do in this offseason. Because we will have some guys that are from the AHL that should be ready as well, I think, if they grow properly. So Gustafsson has signed with us. So let's just sum up to next season and see what our lines look like. Okay, guys, so here is the lines for our forward core. So as Camp, Schultz, and Fitzgerald still. Second line, Sure Haas, and an 82 third line scoring forward, Kirill Kaprizov. He's dropping off. He might retire pretty soon, like at 35 or something, so that's not good. But at least I think he should still be able to get goals because his slap shot's just the only problem. His wrist shot's pretty good still, so he should still be able to score some goals for us. Gustafsson on the third line with Malone and Lawson. Lawson's still listed as a third liner, even though he's an 84, so that's nice. Fourth line, we got Harvey Hoffman, who was a player that the computer drafted us in the 5th round in 2029. He has low top 9 potential, but he's a 77 fourth line forward, so that's pretty nice. He's going to be jumping into the NHL this season, as well as Francois Cormier. He's 78 fourth line forward. He was a 2nd round pick of ours in 2028. And then Reginald McKelly is going to play the wing. So our forward core doesn't look too bad. Defensively, we have Maxim Mayorov's a real player, I think. We have Mikhail Mayorov with Ruchin still. Second line, we have Hodges and Nilsson. Nilsson's up to an 85, which is really nice. Then we have Lavallee jumping into the NHL as an 81. Really excited to see how this guy plays. He's only 20 as well. And then you got Tillett, who's an 81 too. So pretty much everybody on this team is listed as a top 4 defenseman. So I'm hoping everybody's okay with their ice time. If not, we could always move Hodges down to the top 6 pairing because I want to give the younger guys ice time more than him. So that's that. And then goaltending, Helmuth is an 85 still. Not too bad still. And I'll show you guys his stats from the last few seasons with New Jersey. As you can see, he had okay seasons. Decent save percentage and whatnot. So I'm hoping he's a good starter for us this year. And then McQuaid's the backup as always. And then scratched Matthew Dumbo will be playing as a depth guy, even though he's listed as a top 6. He's listed now as an exact 7th D, so this should be his last season in the NHL. If we need an injury replacement, he's going to be the defense one. And then we also got Kai Yolonen as one of the depth guys, and Tommy Kilger is going to be playing depth as well, because we want to be playing our youngsters and we want to get these guys like Cormier and Hoffman growing. If for some reason Cormier doesn't perform that well, maybe we'll send him back to the AHL and put in Kilger again, something like that. And AHL wise, we have we have Morozov with Sapanin. Sapanin is the guy we just literally drafted in the 4th round. Oh, the computer drafted us in the 4th round. 75. And then he's playing with Chipchura. We got Jelena here, Goulet. Like, our HL team looks pretty strong. All 70s almost. Should we play Carter? Yeah, I would rather play Carter over... Who is it? Morita? No, Quick. Yeah, I would definitely rather play Carter. Because Carter's got low elite potential. And just make sure the right guys are in. Okay. Shubasov, that's fine. And then defensively, we got Carlos and Dundas. Dundas, our elite defenseman, he's up to a 73 now. Bolin Savret, Kuiper, and Martin. Martin does not look like he's panning out. Because he's a 70 and 21 now. Like, he might be able to reach it, but hopefully he has like a good year of growth. And yeah, that's good for defense. Goaltending wise, Kessel and Raquel. I think that's all we need. Yeah, Jas is our depth goaltender. So anyways, guys, that's our lines and all that stuff for the season. So I'm hoping we have a competitive season. We did lose, obviously, Corson in the offseason, but we're still listed now actually as a championship team. So we still should be able to assimilate pretty well and make the playoffs, I think, this season. If for some reason we don't, we aren't making the playoffs this season or next season, I might have to start flipping away people like Bruce Ruchin, for example. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So next episode, we will do the season simulation and get back to those playoffs. So thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.